Hey everybody, I'm live again. This is the second time I'm live today, I guess. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about, what did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk a little bit about paradiddles on the guitar, and I also wanted to talk about expanding your practice a little bit. So this is something that I'm going to end up with, like disconnecting your left hand with your right hand on guitar. But it all starts with something that I saw that Trevor Rabin had done. I took this up a little bit. All right, so Trevor Rabin had this really cool idea of doing paradiddles on guitar. So if you know what a paradiddle is, on drums, it's, you go paradiddle, paradiddle. So that's what a paradiddle is. So how do you do that on guitar? Well, the easiest way to do it is pick two strings. The one string represents your left hand. The other string represents your right hand. When I first started, I used kind of like this power chord shape like this. So if I were to play a power chord, that's the shape I would use. So if you do a paradiddle, it's going to be a downstroke on the low note, upstroke, and then two downs. So it's going to be, and then to even it out, you do one up, one down, two up. So it's, a pretty cool exercise to do, just to get your right hand and your left hand used to doing something that maybe it's not used to doing. So to expand that, then you could take that same pattern, that same practice, and do a couple different things to it. The first thing you can do, and you can do this with anything really, once you find a cool little technique that you like, find ways to move it around the fretboard, around the guitar, and have some fun with it. So the first thing that I did with that paradiddle was to move it up in the key of C major. So just real slow, it'll look like this. So that's all the notes in the key of C major. When you do that, you want to make sure that when you get to the 7th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that 7th, wait. There's a 7th. Ha! When you get to the 7th, it's a flat 5. That's your tritone. So you want to make sure you do that instead of the normal 5th. So, just essentially, I took something that Trevor Rabin did that I thought was cool. And moved it into some other practice. Get your hand moving, left hand, and get your right hand moving. It's all your hands moving. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. The other thing then that you can do with something like that is to completely remove one hand from the other. Now, if you remove your right hand, that's kind of easy. Your left hand, when you're playing guitar, if you're right-handed, your left hand kind of is on autopilot. It knows what it wants to do. Your brain says you want to do something, it sends that signal to your left hand, and then your left hand just kind of does it. The odd one out, though, is going to be your right hand. So if you're right-handed and you play a right-handed guitar like I do, this hand, your right hand is going to be the one that's odd. And what I mean by that is your brain is going to tell your left hand what to play with your left hand. Your left hand is going to tell your right hand how to pick. Yeah? And to prove that, what I challenge you to do is to find any cool little lick that you like and meet the strings with your right hand. And, push that out with your left hand. you'll see your left hand just kind of goes by itself with nothing that gets in the way. The thing that's going to get in the way with your left hand is your right hand. So now mute your strings with your your left hand, and do that same thing with your left hand. With your right hand. You're going to mute with your left, pluck with your right. But instead of now you have to know what you're doing over here, right? If you do, then it's fine. If you don't, you have to kind of think about what you're doing. And if you think about what you're doing, if you have to think about what your left hand should be doing, then you're facilitating the same problem. Brain to left hand to right hand. The only thing is you're not playing with your left hand, but you're still thinking brain to left hand. So you don't want to think that way. You want to think brain to hands. And again, the best way to disconnect that is to practice your parts with your right hand without thinking with your left hand. How that plays in with your paradiddle is, if you know what your perfect fifth sounds like, la, 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 then what you can do is kind of mute this and then do that with your right hand. You have to think what it sounds like, though, without thinking what your left hand's going to do. And the first time I did that, just muting it, I just did it as a right hand exercise. And to me, it was easy because I was thinking brain to left hand, what would it be doing, and then the right hand. So that's kind of easy. But once you start thinking about what you're not doing with your left hand, see, there I go. I'm thinking again. So, do that. Separate those things out. So there you have it, paradiddles on guitar, how to expand your practice once you find something that you think is pretty cool. Find ways to move that around and make it a bigger practice and make it more fun practice. Try to work on separating your left hand from your right hand. You don't want to think brain to left hand and your left hand tells your right hand what to do. You just kind of want to think brain to hands. And give that a go a little bit. So I've only been doing this for about 7 or so minutes. I'm going to do it for a little bit longer. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Oh, that's why it sounded weird. I'm a drop D. I love that pattern. I like it better with this. There's a good example right there. If I do that with my left hand, right, it's pretty easy. With my right hand, now see, I'm thinking brain to left to right. I got to think. Nope, see, that's wrong. And that's wrong because I just kind of assumed that it's going to be 2 on each one, and I was thinking wrong. But it's actually going to be 2 here, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3. Right? Just pull off. There, that's better. It's hard to think that way, but the more you think that way, I think the better it'll be. You'll be able to better disconnect your left and your right hand, and the signals will get to your right hand a little bit faster. When it gets there faster, your right hand now can all of a sudden keep up with your left hand. Again, this is easy, right? Or it can be easy for some people. Easier than your right hand picking up, trying to keep up with that. If you saw my video yesterday on vibrato, this guitar is a whole lot easier to vibrato on because I think I got 10s on here. And when you have like the heavier strings, it's hard to do that. Oh, that was sloppy. You know, in doing these videos, I know it's probably switched for you, a live video, because you want to, I guess they assume that you want to see a mirror image of yourself when you're doing the video. I find that when I do that, it's like looking in a mirror, and when I look in the mirror, like, right, there's you're up there, but my guitar's down here, I'm looking down here. And when I look down there like it's in a mirror, all of a sudden I get fascinated with my left hand and right hand technique. Not that it's very good, mind you, but I like to watch it. Little bit of Indian stuff for you. Is that Hall of the Mountain King? I'm running out of the juice. I'm going to mid position. Mid position, people. Oh, before I forget, today I'm going wireless with my X5. Thanks, X5. You know, it's a pretty good exercise too. Like I just realized if you do 2 notes per string, you can do an arpeggio. So if you do like a major arpeggio, it's going to be the stretched position here, and it's going to be your pointy and your finger and your pointy and your pinky. And if you do the same thing on the next string over, but you start on the fifth. Then you kind of have an arpeggio there. If you start on the second, that's going to be a minor arpeggio. It's going to be a minor third. Still the fifth. So you kind of add your sevenths in there. It'll be an arpeggio with the seventh, not just try it. If you're not familiar with School of Fish, check them out. It's a cool band. 2 albums. The first one I think is just self-titled, School of Fish, and the second one I think is called Human Cannonball. And then unfortunately one of the dudes died, which is sad. Good band. I'll turn this around so I can see it. I really feel like I'm losing my juices. There you go. Now I can see the light. One thing you can do, and then I'll end for today. If you don't know what to play while you're soloing, find something you like. So let's say you're soloing over this. And your solo is this. If you get stuck, find something that you're like. Keep playing it until something else happens. All right, people. Thanks for joining me. I wonder if I could turn this off by using the tip of my spear. All right. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the dingy bell. Hopefully you're coming here from my Facebook page as well, Planet Salunky. If not, find it. So if you found this without the Planet Salunky Facebook page, find that. Like that. When you're here, somewhere down here at the bottom is like a like and subscribe, and then there's like a dingy bell to get notified. All right. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for sticking with me in these little tiny experiments before I get my actual setup. Bye. Love you all. Oh, I can't click on my screen.